TJ, the Wheel Joe, coming at you live with another episode of Talkin Options with Option himself. How are you doing, my man?
I'm good, brother. How you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Not as well as Tesla stock, but I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot believe that Tesla shit the bed on earnings as bad as it did. We're talking about 70% negative year over year on net income,
hmm
missing by like 34, 35, 36%, something like that on the EPS. And it's not trading with a one in front of it. so my 6,500 shares are thankful, but but also I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that the move is real and the move is here to stay. So I'm playing it accordingly. I'm
Okay.
playing it accordingly. In other words, I sold some naked calls on Tesla because I don't believe. I don't
hmm
believe. I'm like one of those guys that one of the disciples with Jesus. You saw all the miracles firsthand. I saw the man resurrected.
Yep.
But I'm like Doubting Thomas. I'm piercing him in the ribs. I want to see if it's true. I want to see if it's true. So I'm not a Doubting Thomas. I'm a Doubting Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a Doubting Tesla right now. Option.
Damn right.
What do you think about those earnings? I know that you're not real huge on the fundamentals, but you surely you know that they weren't that great.
Yeah, I know that wasn't that great, but it's a binary event, right?
Yeah.
So how many times we done seen where the market could just or earnings could be bad and it shoot up, or it be good and shoot down, right?
Yeah. That's the
You know how
reality.
it go, man.
That's the reality. So what I want to go ahead and do is let me go ahead and show the portfolio here. So you should see a little kaleidoscope action there. You see that?
Yep.
Then I'm going to put us over here on the bottom.
hmm
And then I'm going to go over here and then I'm going to make this a little bit bigger there. So it's a little more photogenic. Can you see that?
Yep. It's a little bit better.
Awesome. So what we have there is we have the portfolio's up 600 for the good today. The big one still down 2 million for the year drawdown. I didn't forget how to sell options. We essentially have four stocks, and those four stocks are not performing well year to date. That's what it is. It's really that simple. It's SoFi, Tesla, Amazon, right. As go those four stocks, goes the portfolio in a nutshell. So just go look at the chart on SoFi, Tesla, Amazon, and Riot year to date, and you will see why the portfolio is down 2 million as far as the drawdown goes.
All right. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know how
On the other, on the intermediate account, we're up 27,000 for the day, and a drawdown of 206,000. And the only position that was owned at the start of the year was 33,000 shares of SoFi. So do the math on that. SoFi's had a drawdown. The portfolio has a drawdown. On the little account, there's just Riot, SoFi, and now TSLL, and up 3,200 for the day, down 8 grand. Why? Because I bought a bunch of leaps on SoFi and I'm down 37,000 on those, or $10,000 on it. Luckily, I did buy 3,000 shares of Riot. I'm up on those, and I got 500 shares of TSLL. But I do have an agreement to sell those shares at $8, so I'm not going to realize all of that money, and I don't even know if I'm going to be defending that. We'll see. I'm kind of indifferent. I was just kind of cash grabbing to give myself some more firepower because I've got the situation that I'm dealing with over here on the long calls that have kind of done me dirty, if you will. So that's what's going on with the portfolio in a nutshell. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to start with each of these because there's quite a bit of positions now. So I'm gonna open them up as I talked about them. You guys will see there, like I just opened up Amazon. When I'm done talking about Amazon, I'm going to close it down. When I start talking about CleanSpark, I'll open up CleanSpark. I'll walk y'all through it. Then I'll close it down and we'll move on to the next one. That way it's a little easier for y'all to follow along. Is everything showing okay over there, option on your end? Because I'm not able to see.
Yeah, everything is good.
Okay, so let's start with Amazon. What's going on with Amazon? Got 10,000 shares at $203. It's currently going for 182. So up a cool 88,000 on the day, but the P&L open is still 210 to the no bueno. And then year to date, it's 380,000 to the no good because Amazon was a high flyer at like 220, 230 bucks, whatever it was. And then it obviously fell from grace with the rest of the market, Trump and tariffs and everything else kind of sent the snowball downhill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all I've done is just try to collect premiums. So I started at a 220 call, and then I rolled it down to a 210, and then I rolled it down to a 200 expiration date is 516. And it shows that I'm underwater on that covered call, but it's still way out of the money. So option, can you explain why that would be? Like why would I be so underwater on a covered call that is out of the money? Like what usually has to happen for that to occur?
I mean, for one, go to the trade table. Let me look and see first. Open up the trade table.
There we go. Okay.
And it's pretty much right there. If you look at the look at your net change. So even though you got a small movement, the increase that volatility, the increase of going, the volatility increase offset it, your delta move.
Right.
So therefore, that's what's causing it, because that move coming forward on a call, you just going upwards, right? So therefore, you're going to be experiencing a loss with a $9 up move.
Right. So basically, what he's saying is there was a volatility expansion.
And deltas, because it's a naked call, so it's your delta movement as well.
Yeah. So the stock's gone down, so we're losing money there on the deltas, right? Because whenever you have a delta, like if I look at what the delta is there on that particular option, we've got a 22 delta. So for every dollar that Amazon goes down, losing $22 a contract or 22 cents a share. And obviously, if it was trading in the 200s and now it's trading in the 180s, at one point it was trading in the 160s. That's what's hurt. And also, there could have potentially been a volatility expansion as well, potentially. But what we know for sure is that there's been negative price movement in the stock, and when you have shares, that's what's going on. But why would you be down on the covered call though? The reason is because since I put the covered call on, when I put this covered call on 6 days ago, Amazon was trading in like the 160s, 170s. And it's gone up since then. So that's why I'm down on the covered call. Because there's been positive price movement on Amazon since the time that I last rolled this covered call.
Yeah,
so I just gotta wait for theta to run off the clock here, and I should be okay.
Are you trying to get out of Amazon?
200. I ain't in a hurry to get out of it now. We're good. I've made peace with it, and we have more money coming into the account. So parking this money here is not going to be painful. There's another
earnings is coming up on the 1st.
Yeah, there's another $3 million that we're going to inject into the account as a family. So and that's going to happen like within the next 30 to 45 days.
So one thing to look at. Let me just see if you just can kind of consider it. It's up to you. Because I know you got the 200 strike, but your trade price is at 203. So you're just $3 in the money, so to say, right?
Yeah, I would want to sell it at a $3 loss, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So we know we got earnings coming up. Why don't you right click on the 200 calls? I mean, on the 200 call and go to just click close the position. All of it. Go to the next go to the 56 day. Open up right there, the June, and go to the 205. That'll put you back in front. See if you pick up something, either that or the 205. That's going to give you another 235.
Yeah.
Another $235 per contract. So, I mean, I'll be out of there. On a move up today, that's going to give you a little bit of change. Or if you want to come down in front of the 205.
Yeah.
Then if you go to the 205, you back in front.
Yeah. Well, in front from this, as far as the strike price goes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, over top of the 203. So
yeah. No, I hear you. I just feel like right now I'm winning this trade. I just doesn't look like I'm winning on paper. And I would rather to see if the market pumps. Like the time to do that was when Amazon was like 186 earlier.
No, the time to do it is now. The time to do it is when you get in that movement up, because remember,
but what I'm saying earlier today, Amazon was 186.
Oh.
Rolling it at 186 would have been a lot more juicier.
All right.
But I'm just kind of indifferent. What I'm actually looking at doing is buying 100 leaps on Amazon, and then 30 days after that, I won't care where Amazon's at. I'm just going to sell it because I want to maintain my exposure with the leaps anyway. And then I'm going to free up all that cash. Kind of like what I did with SoFi. That's what I'm looking to do with Amazon is I want to get rid of the shares and just maintain my exposure to the upside on via leaps, because that would free up a lot of collateral, because I can look, what would that cost me, right? Like I haven't even looked. But I would like to go like around June 26, 400 days out, and I'd like to buy a call around the $200 range. So right here. So I go there, and if I wanted to do 100, is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Am I doing it right? No, that's not right. Clear order. So if I just wanted to buy, there we go. If I just wanted to buy 100 leaves right now, it should cost about 230 grand is what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, 230 grand. And then I would be qualified to sell Amazon, potentially lock in a tax harvest loss. I just have to wait 30 days because if I were like to buy these leaves right now and then I sold Amazon for the quote unquote tax harvest, it would be a wash sale because I did this within 30 days from doing that. So I would have to be out the 230 grand and then wait 30 days. In a perfect world, Amazon's trading closer to 200, right? And then now my leaves would be printing money as well. So that's something that I've considered doing, but I want to wait until the cash gets into the account, because right now the portfolio is pretty leveraged with all the open cash secured puts, covered strangles, short strangles, and everything. I want to see how everything plays out before I just go and, oh, here's 230 grand because I want to free up capital again.
Right.
So now let's talk about this one, CleanSpark option. I want to show you how I managed this one, and you can kind of just grade the trade, if you will. So there's 25,000 shares of CleanSpark at 711, owned at 711, and it's currently trading at 906. So up a little bit on the shares, quite a bit actually, 27%. Then I've got 2,000 cash secured puts at 750 for May the 16th, and I've got 2,000 covered calls or short calls at $10 for May the 16th. I've already rolled the covered calls that I had expiring for May, rolled them to June. They were from 8, went from 8 to 9, went a small debit of like $1,500 or so, because I wanted to qualify for another $25,000 in capital appreciation. So I was willing to use a little debit there. I'm still in the money, but at least I'm qualified for another 25. There was a very bullish, very bullish interview that the CEO of CleanSpark did on the Twitter Spaces, and he just was like confirming that, hey, we're done with dilution. Like, we're going to stand on our own 2 feet. We're looking at different ways to, essentially, like, we got to sell some Bitcoin along the way. Or even have a situation where they're going to be selling covered calls now. And I just liked everything that I was hearing. And they have a path to potentially get to even like 65 exahash if they revamp some of the old ASICs that they're using now. And I'm getting more and more bullish on Clean Sparks. I want to go ahead and babysit those 25,000 shares. I'm not necessarily looking to add to the shares, but I'm like, I don't mind playing it from behind and increasing it 50 cents and $1 each month. And you look up 6-7 months and you're selling the damn shares for 12-13 bucks. Feel pretty good about it. So that's how I'm playing this one. Now, mind you, when I started this cash secured put was at $6. And then I rolled it up to 7 for some credits. And then I rolled it up to 7.50 for more credits because the call side is getting challenged. So it's important to me to kind of bag some more credits if I'm in a situation where I have to either just roll this one up for a debit. I have those credits to work with from the short put side, or if I want to roll the contract out completely, it's just going to be I just want to be in a position where I'm always able to manage it for a net positive at the end of the day. What do you think about that position as a whole, though, option?
I mean, it's good. I mean, for me personally, I would kind of be out of it because the IV rank is at 19. So in a market like this, and that's at 19, all the volatility is pretty much out of it. So the first thing, if I'm gonna stay in it, I'm gonna get out the 23-day. I have to get out of the 23-day because now we starting to play the gamma game when it's too close like that. It's time.
Yeah, it's ready to manage 21 days to expiration. That's why we're having this.
Yeah,
that's why we're having this conversation here because you see all those DTEs. There's a lot of 23 DTEs right now. So this is
that one.
It takes a big way.
With it's nothing really in it. I mean,
Well, the thing is if I close this one out for a win, I'm still losing money on this one. So this is where you have to.
You got to you got to have to just roll it. I mean,
yeah, or you have to have guts, right? Let's just call it what it is. You have to have the guts of a burglar to stay in it, or you have to manage it and then just kind of hope for some serious sideways action. And if you want a little bit more comfort, you can roll for less credit and you can quote unquote widen the strangle, right? I can maybe go down 50 cents on the put side and maybe go up 50 cents or $1 on the call side. And that would give me a lot more wiggle, because I think what makes this uncomfortable for you, option, is you feel like there's not a lot of wiggle room there, and there's going to be a lot of tail risk the longer that I stay in this contract.
Well, for me, pretty much. I mean, you're good because you got the shares. That's the first thing, right? But
I only have 25,000 shares. This is an agreement to buy and sell 200,000 shares over here.
So right click on that and go to the 56-day, because I would definitely be coming out of that part.
Yeah, so you're talking about going over here, the 58-day. And this keeps it the same. Let's see. No. This one automatically rolls it up to 8 because there's no 750.
Go to slide it to the 7. Just slide the 8 to the 7. You can still
pick up nearly as many credits. I don't like that.
Pick up 60 more cents, or you can go to.
I like this one right here. I'd rather do that, and then I'd rather do this right here. I'd rather do that. That would be more comfortable for me. You know what I mean? I'd rather have more room to the upside because think about it. It's an 8. It can only go from 8 to 0, right? That's it. But at 11, it could squeeze to 20 or 25, 30, who knows, right? So there's always a lot more risk to the upside whenever you do a short strangle, in my opinion. And the math suggests also. So that one would be kind of comfortable for me. What does that look like? It's not bad. Look at that. I pick up $148,000, $146,000 after fees, and the buying power is only reduced by 12 grand, and I'm able to widen the spread or widen the strangle, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's not bad right there. You up to the standard deviation on the upside. I mean, you're right there with it. 9 in it over 6.5, 650 is the break even on the bottom. 12 and a half on the upside. I mean,
it's pretty good, isn't it?
I would definitely, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get out of there, right, and do something like that. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I would definitely do something like that.
Yeah, I'll look at it. I mean, I'm definitely something that I'll monitor over the next couple of days. I like to milk just a little bit more theta, and then that's something that I'm definitely highly considering. Enphase feels like a little bit of a nothing burger to me because I'm very excited about Enphase at 45. Though I know the earnings sucked, I didn't get to listen to the call because I was monitoring Tesla. But this one here was at a 70, I think, or 65 option. And I rolled it down from 65 to 60 on the call side just to try to bring in some more credits because the cash secured put is obviously being challenged. The beautiful thing about this position here for me, guys, is I'm very excited about Enphase at 45 bucks. And that's my superpower is I don't mind owning shares if I have, especially just like as a swing trade. But for the earnings, I got to look at them. I haven't listened to them, so I just got to invest, a few hours here over the next day or two. I think probably 43 or 42 is where I'm going to land from a valuation perspective once I really analyze Enphase again. And that's where, like, I don't mind taking ownership and trying to ride the shares up $5 to $10, and then obviously selling some puts and calls around it to maximize the amount of money I can make with that position. But I feel good about it. Would you have rolled from 65 to 60 option, or would you have left it alone? What would you have done on the call side?
I mean, I would have just rolled to the 58 day instead of rolling it down because,
Well, I only rolled the side that was getting. I only rolled the side that was getting. It wasn't doing anything for me because the delta was like an 8, I think, on the call side.
Yeah, but but with the strangles, it's just like the law of how you gotta play them. If you're gonna catch a down move like that, get out, go out in time. You know what I'm saying? Get out in time a little bit so you're not, if it continues to go, you're not gonna be getting hammered as much on the downside for the put side.
Yeah, I guess where we differ a little bit in our strategy there, option is that's always because you don't want to own the shares, right?
No, it's not that. I mean, you can still own the shares, but the thing is, if you
I want to own the shares. I just don't really want to do it at 45.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I want to do it at like 42.
That's perfectly fine. I'm not saying that, but I'm like, yo, you can still get more money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's not that I'm like, I can still take in more credit by moving out in time. And if it does go down, I get the shares then. I'm all for it. I'm not in a rush to get them.
Yeah, I mean,
I get them, but I'm not in a rush.
Not in this market.
So
that's not bad right there. Pick up another 11,000, and then I keep the same strike. Call life good.
I mean, I'm not in a rush to take them, but if I could take in some more money and let it maneuver around a little bit and massage, maybe my opinion will change in the next 56 days or 58 days. But at the same time,
time to study the position, that's for sure.
I mean, I'm not in no rush to take no shares. Trust me. If I could keep taking, remember, it's all about the credits. If I could keep accumulating credits and accumulating without taking the shares, that's what I'm gonna do.
How do you feel about rolling this far out whenever there's just so much extrinsic value left in the option? How do you feel about that psychologically?
Well, because I'm picking up more extrinsic value.
Yeah.
I'm just picking up more. That's all I'm doing. I'm picking up more.
So what do you say to the people that milk it to the very end? Because I guess it was about 6 months ago where I started, I was still on the Robinhood platform, obviously, and I started looking at all the expiration dates. And there was one time that I had like 10 or 12 options expiring on that Friday, and it was like Wednesday. And I was like, why am I exposing myself to so much tail risk right now? Like, what is the point of this? Like, it turned into a drama show. It was a really good episode. A lot of people watched because it's like, it's shit or get off the clock time, right? But I was just like, isn't it easier just to manage it 20, 25 days away even and just always have 40, 50 days on the clock, and you're always like in a low stress situation because the chances of early assignment are very, very small unless something is really, really deep in the money.
And then what are you doing? The more you take in, the more you and I can't stress it enough. You expand your break even, so you get in for less, right? And the thing, like you're saying, why take on the tail risk? And then by knowing, and it's just what we know. The closer you get to expiration, your moves get more drastic, right? So if your moves are getting more drastic, and like today, you getting some relief, get out of there. Get yourself back to a position where everything can be manageable. If it go down a little bit, you're still able to manage a little bit and be comfortable. You ain't got to worry about too much drawdown.
Right.
That's just personally me, right? I mean, when I'm playing it, when I play these positions like this, I'm trying to, have less stress as possible. And if I'm going to be taking in more credits and I'm going to be taking in more money, why get the shares? Because if I want the shares that bad, I might as well just go ahead and buy them. If I'm gonna do that, right?
No, I hear you. And I went ahead and I put an order in to roll CleanSpark as well because that's just way too much premium. Like I got to go grab that premium.
Why not?
Because then it puts me on the driver's seat if CleanSpark tanks because I just got all that premium and I'm like, give me those fucking shares and I'm gonna go make $1 or $2 on those shares. You know what I mean?
And I'm like, especially like yesterday, definitely today, when you get in that relief to the upside, man, it's time to go. You're going to pick up a little bit more money.
Yes, and now I'm just waiting, obviously, for him to fill because that's 2,000 contracts.
Yeah,
it's hard to,
it ain't going. It's not like one contract. It'll just.
I just drove Tasty Trade crazy right now with those moves.
They gotta go find somebody for them.
Go work, Tom. Go fucking work, man.
I'm telling you, gotta go work for that.
So I put the move in for end phase. Let's look at him. This is pretty low stress for me. I feel, this is a 22 strike and a 35 strike on the call side. It said $27. It isn't causing a whole lot of stress. Whenever you just want to get out of it, do you just wait till you try to get to like 50% and just get out of it completely, or do you just always keep it going if you're in that Goldilocks?
Well, like it's two reasons. It's two things I'll probably do. For one, I look at the earnings and I see that they got earnings on the 5th, right? Yeah. So, that's gonna play another part in my decision. If I still want to stay in it, I'm definitely going to get out in time to play the earnings play, but I'm going to adjust the strikes a little bit, right? Just to make sure. But in this instance, with earnings coming, that's what I would do. And if I'm going to stay in it for earnings, I'm just going to take whatever. I don't care what the percentage may be. Because I'm not going to go, if I'm not confident in trading through earnings, I'm not going to just go through earnings with a strangle on and really in no position, right? So I would just come out of it and then just wait. That's what I would personally do.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not going through, and we already see how earnings play. You never know what can happen. So I'm not going to, really expose myself with a strangle like that into earnings.
Gotcha. And then Hood, we got earnings coming up here at the end of the month. We've got a 40 strike and a 50 strike. So it's like literally smack dab in the middle and losing money on both of them. I actually rolled this one. This was a 37 on the put, and I got more aggressive with it because Hood was pumping and the call side is getting a little pressure. I like Hood. This is my favorite stock that I don't own right now. Mm-hmm. So Hood doesn't scare me. I'd be more interested at 37 though. So the only way to maybe get back to 37 or 38 is I'd probably have to kick this thing down to June, and then I can sleep through it.
See what it look like. Let's see what it look like if you do that.
Yeah, because I mean, when you kick it out, then earnings is not a big deal.
Exactly. It's not a big deal once you kick it out because you got a little bit more. You got the time on the side.
Yeah. So if I go over here, 40 and 50, I like it. I feel a little bit better over here, and I actually feel even a little bit better like right over here. Mm-hmm. That doesn't give me as much, but it's a hell of a lot safer.
Yeah, you're picking up 88 cent a contract, but you was able to adjust it to your likings.
Yeah, it's not much. Pick up $2,000. It's better than a poke in the eye. But now
but you got $5 of extrinsic value on one end, and then you got
$2 on the other.
so I mean you got to account for that.
Yeah, I like it. So we'll see.
And, you got a little bit more time on your side, man.
Yeah.
Just in case you get an erratic move. Now, after that, if you get let's say you get a move down to the down, to the downside, then you can roll that call down.
Right.
Some more credit, go from there.
Right. Marathon. Let's look at Marathon. I got 20,000 shares of Marathon. I got the $12 cash secured puts, and I've got the shares for sale at 15. This one's a little different because I own the shares. Mm-hmm. So there's not as much pressure to manage on the covered call side, because especially if I'm like, okay, take the shares. And mind you, I've already rolled these to the 58 cycle.
Well, you got one in the 23-day though.
Yeah, I'm saying it's because I rolled it individually. I didn't roll it as a group. And for the reasons that I'm showing y'all right now, I find it easier to roll single legs. Like whenever you roll them as a group, it seems like it takes longer to fill. So I just need to roll this one now. This guy right here, I got to roll this one. So I got to roll this one to the 58-day, and I'm still okay.
Yeah.
There. I don't need to lower the strike price.
Nah, keep that right there.
So I'm going to see if they'll work with me right there in the middle. Pick up another 10,000 for my trouble. Call life good.
If it goes above 15, your next move, what I would do personally, I'd be rolling from that 12 to the 15. That 12, the 12.
Yeah, to go grab all that money on the put side. If you're going to take my shares, you're going to pay me on these cash secured puts as well. Yeah, I hear you. So that's where we're at there. NVIDIA, we've got a little strangle on NVIDIA. 85 on the put and 110 on the call side, and earnings are still a ways in the distance.
The 23 go to the 58-day, bro. I'll be in the 58-day with the move today. Pick up some more. Yeah, right there. That's what, 529 a contract? Oh yeah, I wouldn't even be worried about the 85.
Yeah, I like the 85. I want to own NVIDIA.
Yeah. You can bring that down to 110 because you're getting 5.
It is at 110.
Yeah, you could want to bring it down to bring it down $5.
Oh, end phase filled. Let's see what that looks like. Hold on. Yeah, I'm picking up 13 grand and I'm on Easy Street. NVIDIA's gonna have a hard time pumping right now, dude. Like China's really gonna have to come through.
Yeah, I will come down a little bit on that call though.
Would you really?
Yeah, I will come down because that's a 44 delta. So I will come down a little bit more. Yeah, I will come down a little bit more on that.
I think what you're saying is go up a little bit more, not down.
Well, I mean,
visually, maybe like right here.
Try to go to the 119. Go to the 119. At least go to the 30 delta.
Hold on.
At least go to the 30. Yeah.
Yeah, but then what I would do here though is I increase this bad boy over here.
Go to the move. Go to 88. Because you're gonna still get back money off of that. There you go. Now you're gonna get your buying power going to increase, and you're still taking the credit. Yeah, that's perfect. Now you got a nice ride. Reduced your deltas a little bit. You rolling there.
Oh, that one's quick. What about Palantard? What's a pound? Hold on. Let's check in with the. Let's check in with the. Let me check in with you guys for a second. Oh, baby, you brought it. I took Gavin out. He pooped in the front yard. I haven't picked it up yet. Yay! Here, right here, baby. I have this. You use this right here. The Indian sent me this thing. I can use it as my coaster. Yay. Thanks, baby doll. So my wife bought me the spicy chicken sandwich from it's cheat day. Spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's. Let me tell you all about this sandwich. It's undefeated.
It's undefeated.
It's undefeated. What does that mean? I know it's gonna tear my ass up, literally. And I eat it anyway, and I'm so happy eating it, knowing that it's a lot more painful the second time. Dude, this thing has I'm like 0 and 125 against this thing, and I still do it. And I still do it.
Oh, good, man.
Okay, let's see what's going on. What's going on, Angel? What's going on, Trader? What's going on? Appreciate you guys. Right, it's crazy. What's going on, everyone? Jesse Corum, I haven't seen you over here in a while. I was saved by terrorist pullback. Afternoon all. Mike K. Manatee. I was tweaking on the call. That was crazy. How do you defend naked call options? We'll talk about it in a second. Basically, you sold the cover call too soon. Cover massive run up today. Hi, guys. It ran up since you made the cover call. Exactly. It isn't because the contract appreciated move times delta. Amazon jumped. You would receive more premium now. Exactly. You guys are on it, man. You guys are on it. Making sure y'all are paying attention in school. 2,000 contracts. You're crazy. No, we're just rich. Hi Midwest, thanks for reminding me. Hit the like button. Appreciate you guys, man. Y'all do me a favor, smash the like, subscribe, guys. The views are down. Everybody's like all fucking butthurt because I'm no longer on Robinhood. Y'all should be happy for me. We've gotten $1.2 million in premium. You know how much premium I get in Robinhood?
Go back one more. Let me see what that one said. Not that one. Keep going back to said option something, and it clicked off. About two more back. I'm just at 20K. How would you trade? What strategy would you use?
I think they're just saying, like, let's just say you had a $20,000 account. What would you do? That's the way that I see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to trade naked, right? But I'm gonna be selective. I might not have as many positions on.
We're working on our numbers here. Option, put some clothes on, bro. You're trading naked, Option.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be selling. Strangles, some naked puts. But I would definitely have not that many positions. I wouldn't have that many with that amount. With 20K. But you can find a good one, or you can just trade one. Like, shoot, I go right now and sell. If you bullish in Tesla, I'll go sell a 220. The 200 strike or whatever I can get from that out in time. If I could, if I can make. Let me see. Let me look at it. I'll tell you what I'll do right here. If I was, because I'm definitely going to have to do something that's going to give me some premium. So it's going to be Tesla. Nvidia. That'd be a good one. Yep, I'll be selling the 200 call in the 58 day on Tesla with the 20K. That'd be my play. Yep.
Strangle Tesla, call like good.
I just sell a put. I'll take in $6.70, and man,
I'd sell the call too, though, because now you're probably $1,000.
Now I would sell a call immediately, not immediately, but I just milk that 200 or Nvidia right now, sell there. But yeah.
So I haven't had junk food in 2 weeks, dude. I'm like salivating right now. Don't be ruining it. I don't want to hear that shit right now. Talk to me tomorrow. You can't ruin somebody's cheat day, dude. I earned this shit. I'm 2 pounds under schedule right now. Ahead of schedule. I'm gonna go get that 2 pounds back today. But anyway, now I'm gonna put on my sauna suit later and go walk it off and be angry about myself for doing it. But I'm gonna live. So let's get back on track. I just wanted to make sure everybody was paying attention in school. We got 833 people, 78 people from YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Y'all got to start giving props to the channel because I'm the only one that does this shit live for you guys. I'm not another financial network. I'm not another CNBC or anything like that. I'm just working. Y'all are just seeing me work. That's it. And I'm walking y'all through it, giving y'all the play-by-play, the emotions, everything that goes along. We have Option here helping me navigate. I appreciate you, my man. So let's get going. Let's keep it going. Palantards. What say the Palantards? I've got the 80 and the 110, and it's sitting at 102. The 110 is under duress. I was at 70 something on the put side. I was at 70. Okay. And I rolled it from 70 to 80. So that's what I've done so far as managing the trade. But I haven't done anything else. Earnings is, not really around the corner, but it's around the corner.
Get on out of there, man.
We already know the answer, right?
Yeah, man. Get on out of there.
So 5, this one right here, June. And I want to maintain some width. I'm good there. What I would like to do, though, is instead of the 110,
go to the 30.
Oh, look at that. You see, instead of right-clicking, this person just showed me that.
Just drag it down.
I like to go to 115.
Look at the 120. I mean, the 125.
I'm more not that.
That delta kind of high, man. That's a 41 delta.
I'll go 120, man. We'll meet in the middle.
All right, 120.
Dude, this shit's so overpriced, bro. It ain't going over there. I don't care. This shit is so overpriced.
I mean, it's earnings, and you know how we.
We'll do this though. I'm gonna go over here on the 82.50.
Earnings could be do 85 because earnings can be tricky. So it's like you want to. I kind of gotta give them. I give earnings respect, man. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give her respect.
So we're going from 80 to 85, and we're going from 110 to 120. So
also
a little more conservative on the upside, a little more aggressive on the downside.
Picking up 25 grand of buying power back too, so that ain't bad. Plus you're picking up a 7 grand credit, so that's good.
So there's that one. Riot, quiet riot, baby. What do we got here? So I've already rolled the $10 call. Yeah. I've already did that one. I haven't rolled the no, I did. I'd already rolled this one. I'm good here. And then I have these covered calls.
So why don't you roll that one, bro?
What's up?
Why don't you roll that one out? Lock in that profit. Lock in that. You're already up 38%. Roll that to the 58 day. Lock in that little profit right there. And pick up some more extrinsic value.
It just seems like it would make more sense to roll if it went to like $8 or $9 because then I get a lot more money. This is so out of the money, you know what I mean?
Okay, but go to the 58 days, see where it's at. You got like 13 cents left in there. You're gonna be holding that to the end. So I would be getting out of there. Come to the 58. Yeah. If you want to see what it's like, which one is that?
It's because I have the other.
Okay.
The strangle. Yeah.
You want to go to the 9 if you feel that way. I mean,
no, I ain't gonna go to the 9. What's wrong with you? Right there is where it is.
So that's going to overlap with the shit or the ones you already have. You know that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah. That ain't bad. Pick up another 43.
Yeah, well, I mean, pushing these buttons is exhausting. Hold on. Let me stretch. Hold on. Oh. Okay, let's go. Now let's look at SoFi. So flying. Look at that freaking fry flying out of my mouth. Okay, so we got SoFi. We got a lot of shit going on SoFi. We got $15 call expiring. I'm running the poor man cover call here, right? Because you got the 3,000 leaps. Mind you, I don't have any shares here, so I got to be a little more careful. And then I've got the 2,500 cash secured puts in the distance, the backstop trade that is printing money. Okay. And then I got the 3,000 calls that I'm selling against the leaps. So I have to pick at least a $15 strike price on the call side. Because if I don't, then you have to come to the table with all that collateral. Because they're not gonna be like, yeah, buy high and sell low, because that's a good recipe. You know what I mean? They're not gonna do that. So if you're ever in a situation where you're trying to run the poor man cover call and you have a way out of the money call and you're trying to write calls against that call, you're going to see that it's going to be asking you for collateral if your cover, if your short call is lower than your long call. If that makes sense. The strike prices. So the only thing that I could really do here is look to roll this covered call right here and see if there's any money to pick up. I could go to the same 58 days. Where is it? Where is it?
Just hit close. Just go to the close all the way up to the top. Just go close position. Because it might not be there, but just go close position.
Yeah.
4. And then
I have to review and send, right?
Oh, no. Edit. Click edit order. And minimize the 9-day.
The what? I'm sorry?
The 9-day, the up top right there. Click that. All right. Now go to the 58-day. See what you got. You can sell a 15.
Yeah, it has to be 15.
Pick up another 33. Yeah.
What? This one could get out of hand though, because so far was at 18 not too long ago.
Nah, shit. Well, I tell you, I throw it. I throw a daggone what's the name around that? Turn that to a strangle.
Well, it kind of is from the standpoint that I have the 2,500 cash secured puts as well. The dates don't match up though.
Yeah, I'm saying from the 58-day, so you can just see now with that you'll be able to manage that. So if SoFi continues to push up, you can roll that put up and keep taking in more credit and be able to widen it and do your thing.
So this one, before I show you all this one, option I'm only showing you this one. I got this one, okay? You can't play Tesla the way I play Tesla. We're not wired the same. So I'm throwing disclaimers out there before I show this one, okay?
Got to see this one, man.
I don't want you to go sleep uneasy and light candles for me. I got this. Okay? So I got 6,500 shares in Tesla. We're approaching break even. I'm happy about that. Even though I feel like this shit should be trading at 157, truth be told. That's what I feel, but Mr. Market has other ideas. And I've got 265 calls at 275 for May the 23rd. I ain't rolling shit, not yet. And then I've got the backstop trades. I've got 175 puts, 235 of those in the distance, and the 200 puts, 235 of those in the distance. And those are printing money, honey, because that's what it does. And Tesla gets to 275. That's when I'll roll to the other cycle. Until then, I'm just I don't want to. I'm not going to give any money back right now. I wanted to let it play out. I'm going to collect me some data, and I want to wake up and I want to see Tesla over $275, and I'll gladly roll it. And then I got the 50,000 shares of TSLL at 755. They're going for 858, and I've got 500 cash secure puts at 5, and I've got the 500 calls at 10. I am looking to roll these two out in the distance though. So I want to go through here. I want to do this guy right here, and I want to go over here to 5.7. And then I want to go over here to 10.7. So I want to stay very aggressive with my credits here because it's going to help me manage the naked call situation on Tesla. So it's important to bring credit because here I'm not naked because I own the shares. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't mess with this one anyway. That's your call on that one.
Okay.
I don't mess with them joints.
I got this.
But look,
and another $35,000. I go from 5 to 10. I go from 5 to 5.7, and I go from 10 to 10.7.
All right. Well, just from the viewer's perspective, this is just to be my opinion in Tesla. Now we know you ain't gonna do it, but how I would look at it. So that 275, right? For the 23 day, Just close it.
Then close it. I got to give back a lot of money.
No. Give me back no money. Right click. Go and just go to close position. Do all full. And go to the 58 day. Hit kind of close. Yep, right there. 58 day. Go back to the 275. That's gonna give me another. That's gonna give you another $8.97 in credit.
No, I hear you, but it wouldn't work, dude. Trust me, it'd have to be like over here.
Why would you have to be over there?
Because fucking Tesla gonna go.
275 in the 23 day though, bro.
Huh?
You at 275 in the 23 day.
I know, but now I'm gonna be at 275 in the 58 day.
But okay, let's see what you get back total for that. I would rather be there.
Oh, it's only a cool 237,000.
I would just, but you got it. That's just me. I will get out of there, or I'm gonna roll, up.
How do I edit?
Edit. If that's the case, I give back.
No, I'd go over here though. Like, seriously.
Yeah, come to the. Hold on. I will go to the 305.
Nah, that ain't enough money.
Hold on, listen.
That ain't enough money.
No, but it's not about the money. It's the.
No, it is about the money.
Think about it. Think about the intrinsic value that you're buying back. You're buying back that, and you're buying back almost $30 of intrinsic value. So that's like, I would rather buy back the intrinsic value, not knowing, we done had a couple of updates in Tesla and we know how it go, right? So I would rather buy back the intrinsic value on this move up from the 275 to the 305. What's that? $30 of intrinsic value. So
I'm getting 142. The other way I was getting a lot more. If I go way over here like you, playing it all scared.
That's not scared.
I ain't making any money.
That's not scared. But you're getting intrinsic value, so you're getting more if the stock continue to go up, right?
Yeah, but now I'm losing money. Hell no.
Move up to the 295. Move up.
Hell no.
We're never going to take a debit. We got to see what it is first. Come to the 295 and see what we can collect.
Hell no.
There you go. Boom. You're going to get back 400.
That ain't enough.
Let's pick up, what's that? $25 of intrinsic value.
This is the one. But here's the thing: that this shit is so overvalued. This might even be worse than Palantir. I don't care robots and all this other bullshit and robo taxi. People need to do the math. Like, go look at how much money Uber and Lyft are expecting to make from this thing. Like, how are people adding $1 trillion to robo taxi? I'm like, dude, I just feel like people forgot to add and subtract and multiply and divide. This shit is overpriced, dude. The only thing that can save Tesla from evaluation is the robots. That's it.
I'm like I say, man, that's a steep hole to go down. But
I got this.
We done been in a weird market here, so I'm therefore, I'm going to play the intrinsic value role personally. So if I can get more move up, then
we'll revisit this one on Friday. Right now, I'm not worried about anything.
Friday? Oh my God. Okay, we'll revisit that one Friday. But other than that, man, you look good, man. You look good.
Well, I will look good when this shit starts getting filled. Now let's see if anything got filled. So we got. Now, sorry, I'm eating, guys. I'm hungry.
Enphase got filled.
We got Enphase now at 45 and 60. We're good. We picked up more money, and now we're like this.
Mm-hmm.
And we already got the answer to the test. They sucked. The earnings were not good. I don't know how bad they were. I didn't listen to the call. I don't know what the tone of the call was. I don't know anything. I'm playing it blind right now. Dude, I'm trying to drink that soda. It tastes like absolute shit. I can't do it. God dang it. Oh, there goes that part of the junk meal. Son of a gun. Dude, it's horrible. It's like just straight sugar. Ugh. I'm gonna go back to my water. God dang it.
Yeah, you might have to tick down.
No, it's because I haven't had it. So my body's like, dude, I don't want this shit.
Yeah, you might have to tick down on some of those positions, probably like one tick.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at all of them. So Enphase, we're good. It clicked.
Mm-hmm.
See what's going on with Clean Spark. Still nothing. So I go here, I go trade. This is the 2000 contract one, right? So I just open it and I click on the W. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
Replace order and then maybe just take it down a little bit.
Yep. Try 72. See what happens. Should help you out there. Nah, I'd wait. I wouldn't tick down no more on that. Wouldn't force that.
And then let's look at. So it looks like Hims did it.
Hemsfield. Yep.
No, it sure didn't.
Oh no,
We didn't do anything on Hims.
Oh yeah.
Right?
You should have. I don't know what happened.
No.
I was definitely because you got earnings on the 5th with that. I thought you did something on there.
No, but I'd be more comfortable over here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good right there. Stay right there with the 30. The 30 delta good. Yeah. I wouldn't go. Yeah, that's good. You all the way up to the standard deviation on that.
Go a little bit to make a little bit of money, something.
Man, you keep doing that, man, and just keep doing that. It all. Once they fill, I want you to gotta say how much your
Yeah, let's see how much the money added up to. So let's see hood, still nothing. So let me go here. So I click on this guy, replace order. Shit, I already took it down. I'll go one more.
Go one more. Go to 7. 7 should probably get you in. 7.87 cents. That's it. Gotta let it work.
Yeah, it takes time, man, when these are super small orders.
Yeah.
What's going on with this guy here?
You rolled that call out.
I think I rolled the put.
Yeah, the put to the 58-day. Yeah. That one will probably fail. Take that down because I think that one's 17. You go ahead and come. Yeah. One more. Right there. You should get filled on that. Yeah, that should take care of that. That's pretty liquid.
So there's that.
Who else you got?
Palantards.
Yeah.
I'll give it a little bit of make the other guy feel like they're winning. There we go.
304. You got price. What you had on 303 or 302? Because sometimes you're just gonna get price improved anyway. If it's too low, you're gonna get price improved.
At least for this one here, I did something here on Riot.
I think you rolled the call. Yeah, you rolled the call. Coming to 26.
Yeah, well, it's gonna fill right here. It's still 40 grand.
Actually, you got price improved to 27.
Yeah.
So it went from you actually got price. Well, it's still doing it, but you got price.
It didn't finish me off. She left me hanging.
Still got a few more.
There's a lot of damn contracts options. Hey, hold on. Let me get rid of these dogs. One second. Come on. Yeah.
This is
dog drive me crazy options.
Telling you.
All right. TSOL. What did I do on TSOL? I tried to roll the whole thing, right?
I stay away from that one, TJ. I wasn't even paying you no attention with that one. That joint
don't be scared, man. Don't be scared.
Joint look too janky for me. Look at that. Oh.
Don't be scared, man. It's only 35 grand. Come on, work. There's that one. Riot. We already did what we're gonna do there. We gotta wait.
Yeah.
Hood, Hims. Yeah, we just gotta wait now.
Clean Spark.
And then Clean Spark. What are we doing? Clean Spark.
I don't know if I think you tick. Did you tick down?
I feel like I did. I feel like I do. Yeah, look at that. I'm already over here. I mean, shit, what else do they want? This is already a good deal for them.
Yeah. You might have to just let it roll. Try one. If it works, you're gonna get price improved anyway.
You can't
Yeah,
get only 8 sectors over there.
yeah. Okay.
They were on the same call last night, man. They know it got bullish, so they wouldn't know to hit it.
Like they say, you want the penny and you want the position. So you just let those work, man. You should be good.
No, I'll leave it alone. So now let's see here. This is just today. 233,000 option.
Hey, look, man, it's all it's about. That's all I play the game for is the credits at the end of the year. I don't care about the movement.
Look at this right here.
It's all that matters.
1.37.
It's all that matters, man.
And I still haven't met. And I still haven't. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, clean spot. The
Let's
rest
see
of
what-
Oh, they only filled the partials.
1.9. Oh man, we only got 10 more contracts. Come on, guys. Oh no. We only got 10 filled. We got 1990 to go. There's not anybody on the dance floor right now.
What is that? DJ option. What IV do you look for when you buy iron calls? Ugh. So one guy had asked, said what?
I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna do Q&A right now. All right, where are we at? The lower the better on the IV. Lower the better on the IV.
Now I'm gonna show you this little what I look at when I do it. I just care about where they priced at, but I'll show it to you when you pull back up the platform. Give them a general visual. Man.
Everything's for 620. I'm getting out of the 516 cycle and we're moving over to the 620 cycle. This is Tasty Trade Way. So 30 to 45 days out, man is 21 days out. This is 23 days out. So it's whatever. It isn't quite textbook, but
you're getting the move. You normally move when you get in the move in your favor. That's when it's time to kind of do it. And with the last couple of days, been good. Moves in your favor to do it.
uh-oh.
What did you looking at for PLTR? Okay.
Yeah, everything was for 620.
So when you look at, if you could pull up the position real quick, I'm gonna give that gentleman an example of what I look at. I don't know if all platforms have it, but I know Tasty has it.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
Let's say Tesla, right? So if I feel Tesla isn't, it's kind of cheap right now in regards to the price, go to the trade table.
Okay, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And let's say let's say I want to go to the what is that clean spot? You got the last 10, right? Let's say I go to the 86 day. I want to buy a call, right? All right. I can't really see. You might have to pull something down, TJ, because the pictures is right over top of the
Hold on.
The comments.
Hold on. How about that?
Move the comment. You got that comment? Okay, perfect. You could back on the bottom if you wanted to. But what I would look at is yeah, you can put it. Yeah, you can do that. It was just a comment. It's right in there.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So let's say I found that the 290 is cheap. So scroll to the 290. What you had? Man, they slow feeling you on that, is it? Go to the 290 call.
It's a lot of contract.
Okay, there go. That. All right. Go to the 290 call on the axe.
Put it on the comments. How much premium do you think we're going to collect today? I'm gonna say it's going to be like 400,000, but I didn't keep track. It could probably be more like 500,000 if I did the Tesla, but
yeah,
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get me some of that expensive value on Tesla.
So right click on the axe of that call on the 290.
This guy right here?
Yeah, right click on it and hit that.
View option chart?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Oh, what are you on? That don't even look right, bro. All right, change that right there in the middle. Move over 2 more to the right, or would be your left. The next one over. Not that one, right there. Go to some, yeah. Give me something better than that. Got another one. Something, yes, the smaller one, the one. Ugh. I'm not a chart guy, so I don't know. See if you can bring that in. Can you make it smaller? Okay, let's try this. You can leave it right there, but go to where your month at. Go to the 20 year right there. Go all the way down to 20. Or go up to 20 years. You don't even. No, go to the year. Yeah, 20 years.
Okay.
And go to the day. On the month, go to this day. 1 day. Okay. So what I'm technically looking at is, I can see that the premiums are kind of down a little bit, right? But I like to buy when I know that the premiums are cheaper than when they are higher. So would I buy Tesla right now? No, it's not too cheap for me right now. It's at $20, $20 per contract if you buying. But I will find something like, say for instance, look at Enphase. Enphase is a perfect example. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to get it better. I don't know why it doesn't give me.
It's the regular. Now that one, see if you can like just you have to make it. Yeah.
It doesn't do anything. Dude, these charts are horrible.
Yeah. There's nobody use them, bro. Nobody really use them. I use it for this though, just so I can see what how much the prices are of
Yeah, I can't. This is
go to Enphase. Just click on Enphase for me. Yeah, that's good right there. Go to Enphase. Enphase would be a good example to really show, because I wouldn't even buy Tesla right now. In regards to like if I was selling calls.
Okay.
So can you move it? Can it like
that?
Damn, these joints, yours isn't even really working that well. Let me see. But the thought of what I'm saying is that normally what happens is when I don't know where you at. Normally from this chart right here is basically the pricing of the calls. So me personally, when I see that the prices are real low, so let's say now you back at the chart, go back to the trade table, TJ, and go to the 86 day.
Okay.
And right click on the 255 call on the.
We're back on Tesla.
Enphase right here, Enphase.
Yeah. So you're gonna do it $55, or what are you thinking?
Right click on that.
Okay.
And then so we can leave it right here. This is good. With Enphase taking that drop today, we can see that before it dropped, those calls was going for $7. Right now, they done went from $7 to $2.53. So if I'm bullish in Enphase, I'd rather be buying those calls for $2.53
right now. Yeah, of course.
Buying them for $7.
Right.
if I was bullish in phase, this would be a time I'd be buying them. And that'll go for any stock. That's the only time
Yeah, so you want to buy after a big day and after a binary event, because then you're a recipient of the IV crush, like you're a beneficiary of IV crush.
Yep. Or as long as they cheap, because I mean, Tesla's still cheap compared to where it was. You see what I'm saying? So if that was something, you know, and you feel it'll go back up to the 300s, you're in a perfect position now to be buying them, you know. But it's not really giving us that visual. But this one actually gives us the visual.
Right. So we had 27 filled so far. Got a long way to go on Clean Spark. Hymns, nothing on hymns. Everything else, Riot, we're just waiting on Riot.
Yeah.
And then we're waiting on TSLL, nothing on TSLL. How much is the premium so far? We'll go today. So we're at 237. So just waiting, man, just waiting. We'll see how it ends up. I mean, I could go change. I can go and move these numbers and make it cheaper. See, like this is just a crazy spread right here, though. This is him. He looks like I'd have to do something like that to try to get filled.
Yeah, see what I mean. If it goes, you're gonna get price improved, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just crazy.
Oh. Try. Yeah, try right there. So you got it at 95 cents. Okay.
Yeah, so that one's done. Riot, it's a Clean Spark. So this is one thing though that that I would say no, but that is the third week. I was going to say that this is where all the customers would be, because that's the third Friday of the month, I believe. I don't see. Where do you see the open interest on here?
Open interest?
Yeah, see how much liquidity there is.
Go ahead, open it up.
There's 58-day cycle.
Yeah, where the right there up at the top where it says in the money, come down right there, and then you can click on that. Left click on that, and you can see open interest right there. Two above in money. What you got checked right there or beneath? Show open.
No, there's customers.
Yeah,
there's customers. What did I have before?
In the money. Two up.
Five. You had the in the money percentage, right?
Yeah, that's what you had. Yeah, they got customers. I mean, you know, it's not, you know, and it's a lot of volume.
This is Riot, and what am I doing here? I mean, shit, it's already there. What do they want me to do? Go all the way over here?
Which is the 26th? Yeah, let's see what happens.
If it doesn't fill there, I mean, shit, what do they want me to do? That's crazy. What about this one?
That one's still working. You filled some of those already. Clean Spark.
Yeah, but there we go. Right.
What you did it for? 25 or 26?
26.
Okay, well, it's at 26.
I'm just surprised they can't get this fucker to fill.
Well, wasn't it already filling some?
Yeah, but it's just having a hard time.
Well, I would let that.
It's a lot of contracts, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mess with that. I mean, it done already started.
I'm just gonna help them, man. I'm gonna help them.
We'll help them. Okay. Well.
1 penny. They got one more penny.
Penny of the position.
A lot of money, dude. It's a lot of money when you're talking about 2,000 contracts.
Yeah.
It's $2,000, right?
Right.
This is where I started wanting to mess with more expensive stocks because it's less contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's why these little cheap stocks can actually get kind of expensive for you.
Yeah, because you have to buy so many of them.
That's the gimmies and the gotchas, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So
that's the only one you got open?
yeah, it's Clean Spark and it looks like Riot filled after all.
Hold on one
What's
second.
going on with Riot? So, that's right, because I have them overlapping now, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. So there's that. And
Yeah.
We said workouts.
Yeah.
All right.
so I'm at 270,000 in premiums for the day. And I'm just waiting on Clean Spark. And TSRL is just not cooperating.
Try to tick down on it.
Yeah, but I'm also just not doing anything.
No, go to the trade. Yeah. I shouldn't even tell you not to tick down on that. You know, I don't want nothing to do with that one. That joint, it looks scary. 69 cents. Phil just 69 cents.
There we go. Now we're at 304.
Mm.
Now I just gotta wait for fucking Clean Spark. All those crackheads out on Clean Spark Avenue.
Work for that. They didn't feel but 20.
Where the Clean Spark crackheads at?
27 the Clean Spark. Mm. Yeah.
We need 1,973 of them. We only found 27. I thought Clean Spark was like Skid Row.
So you reduced the deltas a little bit. So you did reduce those, but those came down some. You got some more buying power.
Let me go. Where's the open interest? It's the 58-day, right?
Yeah.
There's customers, dude.
Yeah.
I want all the customers. There's only 3.82 and I want 1,973.
And I mean, it's been 28. They done sold 28.7 million.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, they're going Clean Spark.
Come on, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins. That's the pyramid.
Okay, there they go.
There we are. We're in the Clean Spark Crackhead Avenue. What do we got here now? Boom, $442,000 for my trouble. Hold on. Hold on.
No way I'm not going. There's no way that I'm worrying about shares. if I can do that month after month.
I feel it's pretty pointless, doesn't it? So now let's look at the brokerage cash. Hello, 5.910. All right, now I just got to go adjust my spreadsheet and put the right expiration dates on there, and everything else. So I'll do that as I talk.
And Tesla, we'll see it. What do you say, Friday?
That's a whole special episode. I got Tesla. Y'all just need to watch the movie. I got this.
So let me ask this though. Let me ask you this: are you going
Please me. What am I going to do if Tesla goes to 500? Please me.
Okay. Are you going to manage it if you get 50% out of it, or you just holding it throughout the whole duration?
I'm going to keep doing this until eventually I have a expiration date matching the cash put, and then now I've got the most massive strangle of my career because I've got the 175s and the 200s for January, right?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually I like to have 400 is the goal for January.
Okay.
I can sell them today and be done.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like I could make a lot more along the way. It's headache, but it's fun. Mm-hmm. And it's also profitable. Mm-hmm. And then eventually when I'm sitting on 400, maybe 450, I got the almost $1 million in credits on the cash secured puts that I got. Mm-hmm. So I can manage those debits on the call, and nobody's going to sit here and convince me. I don't give a shit if Optimus starts mowing my lawn tomorrow. Tesla ain't going to go up to 500 again right now. Why? We're just not in that market. But you got to understand the market that you're in right now. Mm-hmm. And it just all that stuff comes into play for me, and it's just really, really just studying the company intimately and really understanding how ridiculously overpriced it is right now. So it is like the number one candidate for me to sell a strangle on, because it's naked cost technically, but is it really when I've got the cash secured puts over there as well, and I've got enough money coming into the portfolio
to be able
where fuck it, well, I'll just buy calls and turn it into a call credit spread. And then what? I got to define risk to the upside, right? I mean, there's ways to manage it, and then also there's, well, go pick up another 5,000-10,000 shares, take pressure off the position.
Mm-hmm.
And because dude, I'd get rid of everything and have Tesla. If I could have Tesla at 150, I'll say everything. Riot, Amazon, everything. I'd sell everything if I could just have give me 25,000 shares of Tesla at 150.
At 150, yeah.
And call life good.
Mm-hmm.
And call life good. It's gonna give me some. I read every article on Tesla anyway. I probably read about $1 hour's worth of Tesla on a daily basis, because there's so much shit going on with the company.
Yeah.
I can't believe I know what's going on with the freaking semiconductor, the semi factory. This is just, it's because that's the company that I'm most interested in. And I'm kind of like that with Riot too. I'm not like that with SoFi. The freaking bros cover SoFi already. I don't need it. I can just read an article from Data Driven Investing and I'm up to speed. You know what I'm saying? But Riot, I'm interested. I was like, well, where's Jason speaking at now? I'm always interested in what's going on with the company, so I follow it. I'm interested in Clean Spark, so that's kind of what I want to build the channel around and the career around, is the companies that I'm really interested in.
Correct.
Nobody gives a shit about me in the SoFi community, bro. How many times did they invite me over to SoFi Weekly? Fuck those guys. I'm just thinking about it. The only thing I know how to do with SoFi is make money.
Yeah.
But nobody cares what I have to say about it, or nobody, you know what I'm saying? And it's like with Riot, we had the CEO on. He's going to come on again after earnings and stuff. And it's just like, I'm interested in that community. And obviously with Elon, I'm able to talk shit about Elon. Isn't it cool? I mean,
I'm right.
Elon is, dude, he's freaking special, bro. He's just he has to be one of the most unique human beings of all time.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine having half the world hate you like that and just being okay with it.
Shit, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, he's special, bro. He's special. He's
oh man, TJ, I gotta go to this track meet, man.
Right on, brother. Well, I appreciate you, man. Picked up a cool 442 now. Obviously, this isn't locking in anything. We're managing. But now we live to fight another day. We brought in another almost $500,000 in premiums.
Mm-hmm.
If I look at the total, I'm putting it up over here on the total. I go to the year to date. Puts me at 1.491 total.
Okay.
Since I went over to the Tasty Trade platform, and this is the part that I want to leave y'all with. Because whenever y'all are looking at anybody on the Tasty Trade platform, this is what you need to see. You see all those positions right there, option, and you don't see any ITMs, right?
Yep.
What does that mean, option?
Nothing is in the money. You just milking that data.
This is big time data collecting right here. There's nothing in the money on that account. There's nothing in the money in the intermediate account. The little account's the one that has in the money on TSO. That's the only account that's got anything in the money. Now, that's not to say that it can't change, but I'm just saying I want you to study this, because you're going to go and you're going to see, other fellow premium sellers on Tasty, and when they pull up their portfolio, you're going to see 6 or 7 or 8 in the money. And we don't have any of that, so we're playing it pretty conservatively, with the exception of Tesla. Tesla is one of those, just watch the movie, cheer for me, cheer against me. I got it. Like, we're good.
Definitely cheering for you.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is, I got it. This isn't anything that I recommend for y'all. It's just something I saw an opportunity there to bring in $250,000 a month on Tesla, and that's what I'm doing. The opportunity was there. My only regret is that I don't have 100,000 shares over here of TSLL, because I wrote out this whole plan of what I wanted to do with TSLL, and when push came to shove, I didn't pull the freaking trigger and grab the 100,000 shares, because that would have given me a lot more coverage on the naked calls that I'm selling on Tesla. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it, and it is what it is. So maybe if there's a drawdown, I'll be able to do that. And then the next step is I can, like if there's like a pretty serious drawdown, then the other thing that I could do is throw on 100 leaps, because that's gonna, if the cover calls are gonna get challenged, well then that means that the leaps would be printing, right? So there's other insurance policies that I could put on there. I'm just getting started with the position. Tune in, stay tuned. It's gonna be a wild ride, but it'll catch on. Eventually it'll catch on. People will see like, holy shit, this dude's doing things with Tesla that I would never do, blah, blah, blah. But the only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to keep printing money. But I have the guts of a burglar too, right? And I have a different temperament. I think it's from like playing poker for all of those years. And I just don't freak out, dude. I mean, if Tesla crashes, I'm going to lower the strikes down. If Tesla moons, I'm going to lower the strikes up. And we're just playing tennis.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're trading the market that's in front of you at the end of the day. I got to run, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. A lot of people tuned in today. Appreciate you guys. If y'all can do me a favor and hit like and subscribe and all that stuff, that'd be great. I got to run. Option, appreciate you, man. TJ, the one deal signing out off with Option. As always, may your sky stay blue, shark screen. Peace out. God bless you guys.
All right, y'all.
Take care, bud. Appreciate you, bud.